Alright guys, today we are going to be tackling cryptocurrencies. As we said in another video, cryptocurrency is basically like digital currency. It's the money that's used within a blockchain. But we're gonna break it down a little bit more because there's layers to this. Like actually. So first, there's layer 0, which is the first layer, but some people call it layer 1, some people call it layer 0. We're gonna call it layer 0, okay? Layer 0, the first layer. It's the settlement layer, which is like the foundation. And this layer allows blockchain to be decentralized, meaning peer-to-peer with no middleman, all right? Because you're the man. And this layer is where Bitcoin and Ethereum live. Okay, I've heard of Bitcoin, but what is it? What is it? First of all, Bitcoin isn't like the OG cryptocurrency, but for many everyday people, it's the first one that anyone has really heard of. And even if we don't know like anything about how it works, it literally has the biggest market cap out of any other cryptocurrency, and one Bitcoin right now is worth over $19,000. Okay, but like, what is Ethereum? Who is she? What is that? Though Ethereum is also on layer 0 with Bitcoin, its cryptocurrency called Ether is actually on the second layer, which is called layer 1, or layer 2 if you said the first one was layer 1, but we're using layer 0, so it's layer 1. All right. So the distinction between layer 0 and layer 1 is that layer 0 is like super secure, strong foundation, but because she's so strong, like it takes her a little bit to do what she has to do because she's out here like punching a million different hackers out the way through her complexity, and it's like, okay, are you done? Are you done? So she takes a bit. And y'all, when we talk about slow, like Bitcoin does about 7 transactions per second. And to put this in perspective, Visa does 65,000 transactions per second. This means that on the first layer, layer 0, there are less transactions per second, which can hit scalability. And for a business or a platform, scalability is basically their ability to service millions or even billions of people that are in the world. Like, think about the internet. Literally over 5 billion people use the internet. So if you're gonna be changing the game, you gotta make sure you got room for every single person to play the game. Like, so then layer 1 comes through as a solution. So layer 1 aims to fix this problem by being faster and cheaper, because within blockchain, you're making transactions and there's ledgers that are like documenting all the transactions that you're making so that, like, you know, people aren't just gonna be lying. But usually for each transaction, there's a fee. So layer 1 really tries to take away that fee so that it's easier for you to do the transactions. We just wanna do more transactions for less money, period. So Ethereum sees this and is like, okay, why don't we try to improve on this model and just put our crypto on layer 1 while our actual main platform is on layer 0. You see, because their actual platform is like a database for people to be able to create things called decentralized apps or DApps or dApps, however you say it. And also to be able to create things called smart contracts, which we talked about before, which are digital contracts that automate transactions. And as we said before, they are immutable, meaning that nothing can ever be changed within the contract. And also they are distributed, meaning that everyone within the contract has to agree and validate it. And in order to make the decentralized apps and the smart contracts, you need to be able to use Solidity, which is Ethereum's coding language. But the thing that's so great about Ethereum is that I don't need to know how to code in order to use dApps or to use smart contracts. The people who make them allow me to use them and own all the data that I use within it. It's kind of like Google Docs. The first layer is like Google Docs itself, because Google Docs allows us to share and create documents with people that we agree to. But Google Docs also already has the templates and the documents for me to use. Like, me as a normal person, I don't know how to code up a regular document or a document that I can already have the resume template on, or how to do something that already has MLA or APA coded within it. But luckily for me, Google hired people who do know how to do that, and now I can freely use these documents to write essays and make resumes and whatever other template I want to use. And all of these documents are documents that I fully own. Like, even though I didn't create the code to make the document, all the data that I'm putting on there, all the stuff that I'm writing or creating on it is mine. Bitcoin is more focused on cryptocurrencies, while Ethereum is actually trying to change the way that we use the internet. And even though on the second layer, layer 1, Ethereum does have cryptocurrency called Ether, its main purpose actually was never to be a cryptocurrency, but just to fuel Ethereum itself. It incentivizes people to make the dApps, or the dApps, or the decentralized applications, and the smart contracts for users like you and me to be able to use Ethereum easily. So, is there a second layer for Bitcoin? So, as we mentioned before, Bitcoin is on layer 0, and layer 0 is a bit slow. As we said, 7 transactions per second. And you have to pay a fee for all of these transactions called transaction fees. But luckily for Bitcoin, there is a layer 2 protocol that is aiming to fix this called Lightning Network. So imagine regular Bitcoin right now is like going on Amazon, but having to pay shipping on like every single thing you buy. Like right now, if I buy something on Amazon, it's like one shipping fee. Like I could just buy a whole bunch of things from different vendors and like it's one shipping fee usually. But like if I'm on Bitcoin, like every single time I try to get money from someone, like I gotta pay a fee, like oh, that's mad annoying. But the Lightning Network makes it so that you can make an infinite amount of transactions, but only have to pay 2 fees. So it works in a way that you and the person that you are going to be doing the transaction with take out an amount of money equal to or greater to the amount that y'all would be transacting. And then you guys are going to sign a contract agreeing not only to the transactions, but also to the fact that if somebody tries to do a little bit of fraudulent activity or steal anything, you're going to have to pay all your money to the other person. So don't try me. And then once you guys sign that contract, you're now able to take whatever money you agreed upon out of layer 0 into layer 1 in something called an off-chain network or off-chain channel. So the cool thing about Lightning Network is that within this new channel on the second layer, like you can do as many transactions as you want for basically free. So like if me and my friend were like, okay, we're both gonna take out 1 Bitcoin because we're just like that. We got $19,000 just laying around, you know. We're transacting. I'm basically buying a whole bunch of things from her. You know, maybe I got a car, I got some furniture, I got some food. Like, I don't know, maybe I got a COVID test. Like there's so many things you can buy with Bitcoin. But anyway, so I got a whole bunch of things. That's like a whole bunch of different purchases that on Bitcoin itself, layer 0 would cost me so much every time I do a transaction. But here, it's basically free, period. So then I bought my last thing and then I'm down to 0 Bitcoin, and now my friend has 2 Bitcoin because I just gave them all my Bitcoin because I bought all this stuff. Once we're done doing our transacting, we're gonna show the ledger saying that now I have 0 Bitcoin and now he has 2 Bitcoin, and a ledger is basically like a digital receipt of the transactions that you made. We're gonna show that to the protocol within blockchain layer 0, and it's gonna be like, okay, y'all agreeing to this, period. That's going to be the amount that we deduct now from the actual layer 0. Basically with Lightning Network, you only have to pay 2 fees really. A fee to leave layer 0 to get to layer 1, and a fee to get back from layer 1 into layer 0. So it's kind of like a round trip ticket. So we really hope that this gives you a little bit more clarity about blockchain and cryptocurrencies, but let's not forget about risk, baby. I'm not going to lie. Blockchain and cryptocurrency is so cool. Like it's so fun learning about these things because it really does feel like Black Mirror, and I'm like, oh my gosh. The internet, the world is changing, but with high risk comes high reward. High reward of big gains or big losses. Like seriously, cryptocurrency is super volatile. Like literally China has banned cryptocurrency so many times and literally banned like all cryptocurrency in 2021. And when that happened, the price of cryptocurrency went down. And then if Elon Musk is like, oh my gosh, Dogecoin is amazing, Dogecoin goes, price goes up. So it just like goes all over the place. There's so many things that can affect it. And like, just know that if you're putting your money into this, that there's a good chance you could lose it. I mean, there's a good chance you could make money. I mean, not a good chance you can make money, but like, there's a chance you can make money. There's a chance you could lose it. Like, there's no guarantees here. Like, there are literally women like Lauren Simmons, who was the youngest woman to ever trade on the stock exchange, which amazing. And she's like, I'm not gonna invest in cryptocurrency because I don't understand it. Like it's so complex and it's still in the new stages. But also there are people like Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank who are like, crypto. So just remember that before investing in anything, in anything, you should always, always, always do your research and make sure you fully understand what you're putting your money into and you fully understand the losses and consequences that can come with it. But at the end of the day, Web3 is coming. Like, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know when they're gonna figure out all the kinks. I don't know when they're gonna put more laws so that the hackers don't have the advantage. But when it does, like, the way that we use the internet will be just so different. Like, maybe in the future we won't need money to buy things online. We'll just use digital currency. Like, I don't know, but we're kind of on our way there.